Why'd you name yourself Fat Boy Radio?
Because we're all fat. Okay, so who do you think right now is representing New York the hardest right now?
Me.
Besides Donny Goines.
I say me.
I didn't hear about to say that. So
I don't know any artists that really wear that flag like I do, but it's a lot of dope artists in New York, and I mean, because like I said, my gender's a little different from others. So like I really do wear New York on my back. But beyond that, like it's a lot of talented artists out here, man. I love a lot of stuff that's going on. Like I said, I mentioned some of them before, like Mickey Fax. I was at his show SOBs. He killed it, tore it down. Shout out my homie SO. You know what I mean? My SO, my man 8 Pinks, Shot Stimuli, my man Panama, Torre, Sky Zoo. Like it's so many dudes. Charles Hamilton. I rock with Charles. That's the homie. I rock with mad people, yo. So it's whatever. It's a whole new regime right now.
Like the last New York guy to come out with an album so far right now is Mano. How do you feel about Mano?
Shout out to Mano. I like Mano. I respect that dude. Like shout out to Mano. That's, you know, if you listen to that song, I actually got that intro from him. He's on the intro. I got that idea from when I heard that conversation what he said, and he's actually the one that made me feel like, you know what, like this dude right here, he's real, man. Like I can relate to what he's saying, and I respect it. So it's like when I see a dude like him winning, like I appreciate that, man. Real talk.
So I'm gonna move on to a question a lot of people just do not like to answer.
Okay.
Who do you think in the game right now needs to hang up the mic?
That's a good question. I just basically say anybody that's making whack music. Like I don't really know anybody particular. You know what I mean?
You know anybody in particular?
I mean, cause you know what it is. I ain't a hater though. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a hater. Like I just dead serious. Like I'm not a hater. Like I feel like if you can do it, and if you're doing good, if you're good at it, then continue. But if you whack, if you ain't really doing it, then yeah, you need to hang it up. And if I did see a nigga that I felt was whack, I would definitely voice my opinion. But it's just like, I don't know. It is what it is.
So who'd you want to beef with?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you keep turning this thing around. I'm positive, man. My whole thing is positive. You might as well call me like Donny Goines or something. Like, I'm on some positive shit, you know?
Okay, I got you.
Word.
So what's up with the album? You're working on it right now? Matter of fact, let's talk about Breakfast Club.
You speeding.
Let's talk about Breakfast Club.
We on the second now. We still promoting the second. Shout out to you know, my album, The Breakfast Club. Really, really dope album. I put it out for free for the people, so you can go download it on my MySpace or find me on Twitter, Facebook. All you gotta do is Google Donny Goines. Can't miss me. But basically, The Breakfast Club is a really dope project I wanted to put together. It's a continuation from my first album, which was Minute After Midnight. And basically what it was is I wanted to go from one extreme to the next. So The Breakfast Club really is meant to be light in nature. It's not really as serious as my first album. And also, instead of like not having like, I had a lot of collabs this album because all my albums previous to this, I've never really had collaborations.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure I had a lot of collabs, a lot of different production, and I experimented with a lot of different things. So it was really fun, man. I got a lot of great reception on it. Matter of fact, I was reading something today, man, like somebody was talking it was on TV.com. They was talking about how they thought my album was better than Drake's. As a young kid, like I really wasn't the type that always followed the trends. So I really like to listen to a lot of different things, and that's actually how I became aware of my favorite band, which is Red Hot Chili Peppers. I heard the song Under the Bridge, and I thought that was amazing. Like Anthony Kiedis is a fantastic writer, man. And you gotta.
He knows the name too. Why you keep chopping? What is this?
But nah, he's a brilliant musician, and I love a lot of dope artists from that era too, man. There's a lot of great talent out there. So I definitely love rock, rap, R&B, whatever the case is. As long as it's great music, I can definitely embrace it.
So what are your influences as a rapper? Because I listen to The Breakfast Club, and you don't sound like anyone out right now.
And that's exactly the point. I'm not trying to. That's exactly the point. I sound like myself. I'm influenced by myself. Like when it comes to music, as far as like being influenced by music, the only thing that influences my music is the people. Period. And when I say that, I mean that if, like, let's say a fan listens to the song and they'll be like, you know something, Donny, that's dope, man, but I wish you would have said something like this, or you would have addressed this, or you would have did this. I listen to my fans. I listen to my supporters. Like, at the end of the day, like, the media and all that, man, I don't care what they have to say. You know, like, I care about the people who listen and support and really enjoy the music and embrace it. And, you know, I don't really worry about the trends and what's going on and all that other stuff, you know. It's just crazy. It's retarded. So I follow my heart, And that's what it is when you listen to my music. You hear Donny.
Yeah, because I see you manage your own social networking websites.
Of course.
Because a lot of artists don't do that. I'm on Twitter, I'm following Donny, I find out everything that he's doing. Like, you have something real dope coming. Like, what is that thing that you do, like, every day?
Oh, it's the shout out to I'm King. We doing a contest. I'm King and Donny Goines. We doing a contest we put together. Like, for those that don't know, for my album, we had a limited edition T-shirt made called the Party Apple Tee, and it's really dope, man. You see me in my shows rocking it. But what we did for the supporters, we want to do something special. So we basically did a contest where we giving away a hard copy CD and one of those T-shirts every day for the month of July to a supporter.
So how do you think like the social networking websites have really helped you?
To be honest with you, if it wasn't for the social sites, I wouldn't be here. That's how I got my start. And anybody who knows me and does their research on me knows that I'm the kind of person that when I started to rap, I really had to like figure out what was the route for me to go. I'm not a battle rapper. I don't do battle raps. You know, at the beginning, I was like, my show game isn't polished. So I was like, I don't want to go that route. It's like, which way can I go? And I actually made a conscious decision to focus on new media, like such as the blogs, the websites, the internet, so on and so forth. And right now, you're not going to find too many artists that have the kind of buzz that I have online, because I really cemented my legacy and my foundation very early on with that. And I think it's important. I mean, that's why I did it. It's very important. Right now, it's the cornerstone of any artist. You have to be on these social networks. So if you catch me on a Facebook or MySpace or Twitter, you're talking to me. You're not talking to my management. And if it does come to a point where I need somebody to handle my page, you're going to know it's not me. It's my management.
So which one is your favorite? Getting into that.
Right now, I definitely have to say Twitter. I like Twitter.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get into Twitter.
Twitter's cool. Twitter's cool. I'm actually kind of... I'm like not as happy as I was about it in the very beginning. In the very, very beginning, I was like, yo, this is real cool. I was actually putting a lot of artists on the Twitter. I'm like, y'all need to join this thing. This is dope. But now, as it kind of gets bigger, like how MySpace was. When MySpace get bigger, after a while, it kind of loses its charm to some extent. So you're kind of like, you know, it's cool.
Trendy?
Yeah, it's cool, you know. I mean, it's more for like the people who in tune with my music, you know what I mean, and tune with my movement. So I just, you know, let them know what's going on during the day, what I'm doing, and you know, just it is what it is. Yeah, but shout out to all the social networks. I just had my video featured on MySpace this week, as a matter of fact. So shout out to MySpace.
Like your videos are in straight Vimeo.
Yeah, man. You know, shout out to them. Shout out to dudes, man. All these dudes, these large media networks, they show me a lot of love. So. It is what it is.
So let's talk about your label situation. Like,
there is no label situation.
Like, which label you think would best like fit your style?
Screw labels.
Screw labels.
Screw labels.
Elaborate.
Right now, it's a new era. It's an era of independence. I'm not really concerned with the record labels. Like I said, all my accomplishments, everything I've done it by myself. I don't need a label to book my shows. I don't need a label to get me in a magazine. I don't need a label to get me on TV. I've done all that by myself. So it's like, why would I really need you? What are you gonna do for me? And that's how my attitude is. You know, if a label comes and it makes sense, then yeah, I'll rock with them. Most likely, maybe. But right now, I'm all about my independent grind. And when I say independent, I mean independent in every sense of the word. Everything that I do right now is straight from me and my team. No kind of label, nothing. So, and it is what it is. I mean, keep it real with you, like shit. My management work at a major label. My management works at SRC, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not to knock SRC, I think they're a dope label, but you know, I'm independent, man. I'm doing what I do, you know, so it is what it is.
I got you.
All right. I mean, we were talking off air for those that wasn't in that conversation.
Yeah,
we were talking. Yeah, we were talking about, you know, just I was explaining how certain shows and stuff I feel a little uncomfortable because the people that's in the audience, they really want these trendy sort of artists and. You know, whatever the case may be. Like, bottom line is, like, I'm not a dick rider. Like, I don't do what everybody else is doing. I do what I do. And like I said, it's no offense to anybody because if you're doing what you do and it sounds good, I mean, I tip my hat to you. But at the end of the day, I am Donny. You know, I'm not anybody else. And I don't want to be anybody else. I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And I feel like a lot of times that the media and the public, they don't allow artists such as myself a chance to blossom because they're so focused on worrying about who's that hottest rapper right now or who's this and who's that. And it's all about trends. It's not about the music. It's not about talent. It's about like a whole lot of other things that got nothing to do with music. And like I said, again, I definitely try to fight against that as an artist. And I try to make people understand that, you know, if you got the talent, if you got good music, it'll definitely resonate. People will understand it and they'll get in tune with it. And like I said, I mean, I'm not against whatever's going on, but I'm me, period.